About today's chapter, it was really unexpected. I thought Rakta would end up meeting Sakura and the others, but this turned out to be something completely different. I don't know if anyone actually predicted this, but wow, this was such a different direction. Some fans were complaining that we hadn't seen Endo and Takeshi in a while. Looks like Nii-sensei actually listened to them. As for Endo, what can I even say? After reading the Noroshi arc, I really wanted to hate him, but every time I see him helping Sakura so much, I just can't bring myself to hate him anymore. I end up feeling like I'm committing a crime.
Mama, I'm a criminal.
The interesting part is that I only looked at the chapter title at first. I thought Sakura and the others would somehow sneak into Bankokuga with someone's help. Well, that part actually came true, but the twist wasn't what I expected. Instead of Sakura, Sugishita, Kiryu, and Sugera going together, it was Sakura, Nirei, Sugishita, Umemiya, and Hiragi. I was so surprised to see Umemiya and Hiragi. I was literally like, huh? What are they doing here? And how did they even get passes? Well, Endo was the one who helped them. The funniest part was the fans' reactions to Sugishita being in one box while Sakura and Nirei were sharing another. First of all, Sugishita was never going to share a box with Sakura. Second, he's really tall, so of course he'd need a whole box to himself. And since winter is getting closer, everyone's outfits have changed. I really liked their new outfits. I couldn't stop laughing when Sakura complained that he was suffocating inside the box. Sugishita's glare was hilarious. Meanwhile, poor Hiragi was just trying to get him to stay quiet. One thing I definitely didn't expect was the way Umemiya was glaring. At first, I seriously thought those delivery men were someone else. Who would have guessed they were actually Umemiya and Hiragi? Yeah, you're right, Sakura. The inside of Bankokuga is completely different from how it looks on the outside. I've seen a lot of fan theories about Suo's city, but I'm not going to talk about that for now, or this video will end up being way too long. Later, we found out how they got the passes. Endo's face when he saw Umemiya was priceless. And poor Hiragi. I was laughing so hard. The guy had already accepted his fate as their babysitter. Yep, we all know Endo would do anything for Takeshi. After Sakura contacted Endo, it was interesting to see that Endo had already prepared everything in advance. Nii-sensei is seriously cooking with this arc. He's creating so many mysteries and only giving us half the answers. But honestly, if there weren't any mysteries, it wouldn't be nearly as fun. So even though I complain about it, I actually enjoy it. I think the main reason Kiryu and Sugera weren't in this chapter is because there were already too many characters. We already know why Umemiya and Hiragi came. Sakura and Nirei obviously had to be there. And as for Sugishita, I have a feeling he's going to beat up Suo. I don't remember where I read that fan theory, but whoever came up with it might actually be right. I'm really curious about what kind of problem they're expecting that requires such heavy security. It almost feels like Red Chanpuru is some kind of undercover organization. Once again, I'm worried about whether they'll even be able to communicate with anyone in the next chapter. As for my prediction, honestly, I have no idea. There are so many possibilities going through my head, but nothing feels convincing yet. Since every Windbreaker arc has at least one fight, I think there's a pretty high chance that a fight will start in one of the upcoming chapters. Well, that's all for today. Next chapter releases on July 21st.